That's like common sense. Come on now. Thank you. All right, children. They have cameras on too?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Guess what? This is the last day of organic chemistry. After today, I only have 7 worksheets left till the end of the year. So I don't like run out before the last day of school.
That's okay.
All right, today we're talking about DNA. Write this down. By the way, in case you didn't know, all my PowerPoint videos that have, all my lessons have PowerPoints. The video has a link to the PowerPoint under the video on YouTube. Also, for every single video now, there's a link to the worksheet. So if you don't have the worksheet, you can download it and print it up.
Well, look at you up, Corinne.
I would
Look at
definitely
you.
do. I'm listening to a lot of shit.
I love how you think of this at the end of the story.
You actually got this. Yeah, for
Yo, he taught progress.
Yeah, I know.
Progress for next year.
Yeah,
What's the name?
baby steps.
27.
Yeah, that'll help my students next.
Tomorrow, start. There we go. It's the journal shit. I don't want to do it. Just don't go. It's going to be good. It's fun. Now what you guys is
Okay, everybody's got this written down, right? Michelle, you get attention today?
Yeah.
All right.
Write this down.
That's the first one. Okay. Need this first slide. First side says DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. 3 words. Taking me this long to write 3 words. That's okay.
Yeah, we don't.
I'm in a good mood today. You are? Yeah.
Yes,
I just had 3 days off, just kind of like,
You are unreliable.
made me happy. I don't know what it is.
They're right here. They're right here for publishing.
Some shit you need to be done with.
I
DNA is made up of 3 parts: phosphate, a sugar, and a nitrogen base.
Why do you say A?
You gotta read the whole sentence.
A DNA nucleotide
Yes.
is made up of 3 parts. Sorry if I
That's yeah. Yeah. So a nucleotide is like half a ladder rung plus the outside of the ladder. Be like that.
Is this our last PowerPoint?
When we do the next section, which is radiation, I have 1 PowerPoint in that section. I think that's the last one here.
For some reason, it's supposed to be great at reading.
What's that?
Their ratings are excited.
Straight point. Oh, I see. All right, the phosphate and the sugar make up the outside pieces of the ladder. The nitrogen bases make up the ladder rungs. Each of the rungs is made up of 2 nitrogen bases stuck to each other. Shit. Please don't die. I'll have to do a lot of paperwork.
Just the heat kind of makes me comfortable.
A little toasty today.
Hungry, man.
They said that if it gets above 80 degrees up here, that they're going to turn the air conditioning on in Seaway.
We have an air conditioner and we haven't even.
I'm not sure if we're gonna fix that next week.
We'll try.
What? The air conditioner? They say it's not going to be done this year or after next year. Stuff. But
You can getting different emails. Now they're saying by Christmas they can start it. We'll see.
Around Christmas.
I think what they're really going to do is they're going to rip out the heat so that in the wintertime we don't have heat next year.
Nuh-uh.
Well, they got to take the heat out before they put the air conditioning in, so.
They're ridiculous. We should have started it last year.
They're taking out those things just to put in ventilation.
So we're gonna have air.
Hold up, go back,
Yo, go back.
We're gonna have air, no heat.
The next slide after everything
We'll have
down.
Knowing them, that's what'll happen.
They'll get the air conditioning done by the wintertime and we'll have to.
Yeah, we won't have it.
Yeah, but it's all one piece, so once they put it in, it'll be everything.
Up the ladder.
But
Wait, what is it?
they said,
They're
now
doing
they're
it
saying
this summer,
Christmas
right?
time. They said no, they're gonna rip out the heat this summer. Christmas time, they're gonna install the air conditioning.
Why wait that long?
And the heat. Alright, you got this written down?
Write all that down.
Damn it, I was so
Phosphate, write this, draw this.
They can break up the ladder ring.
So you should recognize this as one of the polyatomic ions on page 257. This is probably like the second to last one on the list.
Can we write down that paragraph?
If you want, you can just write the name of the formula and actually just draw the molecule, the ion, fine.
Remember the ion? Why don't they compound
What I mean is, you don't find ions by themselves unless they're in like the liquid. The ion always has other stuff attached to it. It's not just be floating around with a negative charge. It'll just react with something. Okay,
So basically that's what that's saying. You never find ion.
what's that?
Yeah, it's just all that is basically saying that.
You don't find ions by themselves.
Do you want us to draw that?
Yes, I do want you to draw that.
Not compound.
Yeah.
That will be
When I get to the next slide, I don't have to write what it says. I'll only ask me if you have to write it. No, right now you don't have to write it. Somebody's gonna ask me. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Do you have to write that?
something interesting about phosphate that I feel like I should point out before we continue. It has 5 covalent bonds. That means it has 10 valence electrons on the phosphorus here. And what does that mean? Wait, what'd you say? See? There we go. Okay, it means that it violates the octet because it has more than 8 valence electrons. This you should write.
It violates the octet block.
Yeah. Because remember I told you atoms should only have 8 valence electrons?
Yep.
Clearly this phosphorus has 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Oh.
You're thinking about
Yes,
the
that's a
wrong.
big deal. What's that? The speaker? Yes, that's because I bang on it sometimes with a stick, whatever. Yeah.
Did you figure out how to unplug it?
I was thinking about ripping them wires out, but then I figured I'd be fired, so I left
Well,
it.
last year,
Huh?
Oh yeah, because every time you
one of
try.
my teachers ripped it off the wall.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't use that anymore. It's disrespectful.
It's 2014, not 2003.
Yeah, yeah.
C225. Yes. Yeah, can I send her like 5 minutes? Okay. Come on, you gotta leave in 5 minutes. Alright, you got this?
No!
Who?
Kelly,
Okay.
Why am I leaving 5 minutes?
you're in trouble.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You have to go to
see
Rich.
somebody. No, you don't.
You gotta go to Dick.
Oh, that's how you know.
Dick Manus.
No,
His name is Richard. Dick's a nickname.
Sugars. Deoxyribose sugar. Ribose sugar.
why don't you just use emoji?
She's special. Ribose sugar has an oxygen on the number 2 carbon. Deoxyribose sugar has no oxygen there. Hence the name deoxyribose.
We're not drawing
this.
Wait, say that again?
Huh? Why do you have to talk constantly? Like, what is it? Do you need attention?
I don't
today?
know.
Did
No,
you pay attention to
that
your
was just what I did.
What is it?
Nobody ever does.
Okay. So both of these are 5 carbon sugars. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just which side is it? Top. Right.
But it's the same thing?
If there's a carbon here, it's connected to the oxygen. The oxygen's connected to the hydrogen. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Just that the hydrogen can't have 2 bonds, so it can't be
Oh. So they had to put that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should any of you decide to be geneticists someday, these 3 and 5 carbons are important because on one side of the DNA molecule, it runs up 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. On the opposite side of the DNA molecule, the other ladder side runs down 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3.
Why are those lines so thick?
Just to show you that they're towards you.
Oh. That's stupid. Why is that 5 thick?
This drawing numbers the carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, and 5 are important.
There's a 5 and a dash.
That's okay. Be alright.
Do I have to put that?
Nope.
No, okay, I just put 5.
Got these?
Don't change it.
No, 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 no. Here, stop it. Good.
I don't think she was serious. She couldn't expect us really to learn that game. There are 4 possible nitrogen bases. These are the pieces that actually make up the ladder rungs. There's actually 5. One of the ones on RNA is different from DNA.
So, count.
Yeah, I'm not going to show it.
Alright.
Number 1, adenine. Yes.
All of them were good.
Oh, yes.
So, you're sitting here confused.
That sounds good. I'm worried. It tells me I'm doing my job. It's like,
You would probably look
What? I think I was in the signal though.
you guys understand these drawings by now, right? These points are carbon. This point is nitrogen. This point is carbon. Carbon, nitrogen. So on.
oh my god, I need to.
Probably.
Stop.
Oh, not this one. There's another one. Oh, God. You got this?
No.
Yeah. Cytosine. Remember from biology class that 2 of these have 1 ring and 2 of them have 2 rings?
I know, I can see your photo.
That was like a whole year or something like that.
Spent some time sitting in on our biology class in the same building. Do you remember going over this?
Cornell knows,
No, I remember that from my freshman
that was
year.
cool. That
From
was like,
8th grade.
I feel like Cornell notes waste paper.
they're kind of pointless.
It's an Ivy League college. We don't know what they notes.
Which one was it?
It's at the college.
What college did you go to?
College Stockton.
Oh, that's a good
I would have
one.
bought it. Yeah, I went to Harvard.
What high school?
I don't know where I go. Right.
What high school?
Yeah, I'm scanning.
You went to have skin?
That was funny.
Yay!
Guanine.
That one. Why are eyes smells like each?
You want the long story?
Sure.
So a long time ago, some terrible person in America decided to start teaching spelling. They thought it would be a good idea. But what they didn't realize is that over time, the way we pronounce words changes. So if you teach people how to spell something and you make them always spell it the same way, they're going to start saying it a different way, but they're going to keep spelling it the old way. So over time, the sounds that these letters make don't really make sense anymore. So now we have a bunch of words that are pronounced different from how they're spelled. And
Wait, wine?
guanine, yeah. Yeah, so we really shouldn't teach spelling. It's horrible and counterproductive.
So it's almost pronounced
But it
like
says like
one
it's
line, like white.
Huh? Yeah, I guess so.
Wait,
So it's
wait.
mock.
Maybe it should be guanine.
Yeah, white line.
So if we didn't teach spelling, what would we teach?
Well, you can just teach what the letters make and then just spell it however it sounds.
Then other
And then
kids
over
talk
time,
like
people
this.
would spell things
But
different.
then
But at
that's
least
not right.
Yeah, and then no one
it
else
would be
really
right if
knows.
somebody
Yeah, but
didn't
then-
tell you it was
But
wrong.
then if someone else reads it, then they're not gonna know what it means.
Sure they will. They'll just look at the sounds. You would just spell this Guonene. Then it would sound like guanine.
That's how the dictionary does it for pronunciation.
Yeah, but then
I
other
wasn't
kids
going
are
that
like,
way.
we can say I'm objective, I'll be objective.
Yeah, because it should change over time.
Do you change it back?
Yes,
Hey,
it's
go
just
ahead.
Forward, okay, go.
forward. He said he's not done.
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Okay, ready? Thymine.
It's like swing.
Thymaine's the one that's different. For RNA, there is no thymine. It uses uracil instead.
It's like a little skinny leg.
If you want. No,
It
basically.
goes spider.
It means if you want to.
So it's not useful.
It's useful if you're going to study genetics. It's not useful if you're going to
boy.
Pretty skinny.
not study genetics.
We done?
Is that it?
Why is it like over there?
You have to write it?
You have to write down the
Yes, you have to write something. Now, when I go to the next slide, somebody's going to be like, I'm not writing that. Watch.
I'm not writing that.
It's going to
We
be
have to
no.
write that little O in the middle.
No,
Why is it there?
because I just wanted to make you upset. All right, here's the next
Oh, then,
one.
Yeah.
okay.
Wait, write that?
Damn, I broke the face.
Calm down.
Is it something? Yeah.
All right, so on this next one, you need to write what it says up here.
That's funny.
So this is your actual DNA molecule.
Oh, we did learn this
It's the
last year.
phosphate, sugar, phosphate, and so on. Same thing on this side. These are your nitrogen bases in the middle: adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine. So this is the double helix ladder thingy, what it really looks like.
She said we were going to learn any chemistry.
So yeah, all you need to know is which one belongs to this. This is the A goes with the T, the G goes with the C, the tell you biology class. That's what this is. Another phone call. Somebody turn my camera off.
No, Haley got to leave. Mike,
Yeah.
Yeah, where the hell am I going?